Can the original Blackmagic DeckLink Duo card work for virtual production in Unreal Engine? It's 10 years old. The short answer is yes, but not without overcoming some hurdles. That's what I'm going to discuss today. The 2 ways I overcame dropped frames, setting up the card in Unreal Engine, finding the right driver for Windows 10. So because it's 10 years old, you kind of wonder, have they updated the driver? Does it even exist for Windows 10? So then you select it, and you kind of imagine it will be all the way down there, maybe went out of date. But actually, you need the newest driver. Once you've installed the driver, load up Unreal Engine, find Blackmagic Design Media Player on the marketplace, install that. After you've installed that, start a new project in film, television, live events. It can be an empty project. You need to make sure some plugins are set up. So in the edit menu, find Blackmagic Media Player, make sure that's enabled. Then you need timecode synchronizer, media in out, and composure. We need to be able to see the internal timecode in Unreal. So that's in Window, Developer Tools, Timecode Provider. Because we're going to cross-reference that with our camera, just to check it's synced. So you need to make a new media profile. Then you've got to select the input, and you want to choose Blackmagic Media Source. Then you want to select your DeckLink Duo card. Timecode format is VITC, 10-bit YUV, sRGB. The max video frames buffer is good. It's also good to burn timecode for various reasons, but also so you can just troubleshoot whether you're dropping frames. Our camera is going to be the master timecode and provide timecode. So again, just select your DeckLink Duo input, same timecode format, etc. We also need to gen lock it. Quick note on finding the right SDI input. You just have to plug it into each one and test. Maybe you have a better way. So save. And exit. Now we need to make a media bundle. Choose the same media source, Blackmagic Media Source, DeckLink Duo, etc. Same channel, same timecode. Same everything. Again, that buffer size is okay. We do have to change a different buffer size later, but I'll get to that. Save this. Now you should be able to drag that into your project and be able to see the SDI input. The timecodes should be matching. In fact, they match as soon as the moment you press sync. So now we've got to create an output. You can do this in Composure. Enable Composure compositing. It's in the window. Create an empty comp. You want to find the input, then you want to add an array element, media texture input, and then you want to find Blackmagic media bundle. Now you should be able to see it. So now we want to output it. So add an array element. Media capture. And then you're going to have to add a Blackmagic media output. This can actually be used elsewhere in your project later. So again, find your DeckLink card, choose one of the outputs, same timecode. After you save this, it should be throughputing. I highly recommend you enable Show FPS. It's in the top left drop down menu of the viewport. It's showing the internal FPS of Unreal Engine. If it's syncing to your camera, it will be showing 25 in yellow. If it's lost sync, it will be doing another random number. You know, it could be up to 100, 120, whatever. It loses sync sometimes when you change buffer size, or even when I go into playback mode on my camera or turn my camera on and off. That glitch caused me drop frames. It took me a day to figure out. The way to fix it is to just redo the sync. Now I'm going to load up one of my other projects and show you how else I dealt with dropped frames. By this point I've figured out live green screen keying in Composure, and as soon as you do that you get some extra settings on your Blackmagic media output, and it's these buffers. Number of Blackmagic buffers, number of texture buffers. The defaults with 2 and 3 respectively. I had to increase to 4 and 8, and then no more dropped frames. Now I don't know if this is because of my graphics card, because of my CPU, or because of the Blackmagic DeckLink Duo card. But I do know that after I changed these settings, I wasn't getting drop frames on my output. With those buffer settings, the output was noticeably laggy, so it wasn't really usable for operating and reacting. However, for my use case, this doesn't matter. I would instead just have dropped frames just to have less latency, because the live output doesn't have to be perfect for me. It just has to be good enough for me to frame, for other people on set to see the Unreal background. The camera will be recording internally, and Unreal will be recording the tracking data from my Vive trackers internally. The output doesn't matter to me. I'll put it all back together in post. I'll take the footage and do a better key, maybe even do a better render. In the future, when I move up to doing LED screens, I'll get a new card, but for now, for what I need it for, the DeckLink Duo card is good enough. It's good enough for me to mount the learning curve. It's good enough for me to do the first few projects I need to do. Please subscribe to this channel. The next tutorial we'll release is how to set up green screen keying inside Unreal Engine. Just to clarify, the 2 videos on the screen right now were made using the DeckLink Duo card. Cheers.